So, good morning, good people. Second day of Taveta, and we are here with Mr. Olo. Olo, by the way, is from Nyanza. People confuse him for a cop. Oh? Mr. Olo, say something to the people.
How are you guys?
And we are here. We are here with Grace. Grace, say hi to the guys.
Hi.
And tell them something about you.
I'm Grace. I've just met this guy. I don't know who he is.
Okay. Anyway, so you are going to the fields, and we're just going to look at some of the operations. This is as I had mentioned earlier. This is a large-scale farm. So. So right now we are heading out to the farm where we have the pivots. Where we have how many pivots? 10 pivots. Yeah, 10 pivots. Each pivot has 100 hectares. Covers 100 hectares. So it's quite a huge. Straight and get to the farm. Our colleagues just ahead. Augustine. Now we are at the pivot. This is pivot number 6, and what's going on here is now the tomato variety. I'm not at liberty to mention the variety but as you can observe, this is a non-sticking variety. We just left it spread on its own, and rather than staking it with the sticks. The fruiting has been done. This is around 12 hectares, 13 hectares. Yeah. So this almost ready for harvest. Projection is a week's time to harvest, but a section of it, different variety, is a week earlier in maturity, so that may be harvested early. We may get some chance to go to the fertilizer spreader just to observe how the mechanism they are using. But we have the pivot, the type of irrigation here, as I mentioned earlier, is the pivot irrigation. Pivot irrigation is the most appropriate for large-scale production, and it's controlled remotely, so that gives the farmer more advantage on matter of coverage per day. So have a look at the tomato. This is literally the largest tomato production in the country. So, Anthony, something about your fruits. About the fruits. Yeah. Oh, nice. That's good. That's very good. So that's it on matters of fruits. And so currently what we are doing is just doing a walk through for the farm to observe for any inconsistencies that needs to be addressed. This is normally what we call scouting, general, but we're just walking through with the farm agronomist, Mr. Anthony. So, and my colleague here, Boniface. Ball worm, sir. So you start again the sprays.
Yes.
Let me observe that. Oh, this is bottom rot. Oh, because of the what goes. So inabidi uchunge kama mtoto. Oh, imetoka kwa mahindi. But in where it's not for common. Nambere. Wow.
Number 5. You got 50.
50?
Yes. Where you go? In the night?
Yeah, man. And not zote zinatoa almost average size, same stage, eh? So Anthony, maybe you can just confirm once it touches down the fruit, just
No, it's very tight. The food is very tight, so there is no rotting even on the food.
Good. To note is that considering the size of the farm, transport is normally provided, and the bus over there is for the workers to be transported back to their villages in Njukini and Taveta. So transport is best provided at the farm, which is a big advantage. So we are off to Njukini. Yeah. There you go. The farm bus.
Yeah. Kama unaenda Njukini siwende na hii gari.
Naenda na
Ibaki kwa ofisi.
Chini chukue.
Nenda Lingala. Afiki. Bado nakaribia, si ndio? Mandakini.
So Moses, when you are doing this direct planting, the planter, do you have some sort of calibration? Ama iko set tu inakuja ikiwekanga kwa sababu ni onion. Okay.
Najua inarusha maji hivi.
So
ikiwa malap, it's better in coverage. Najua zile zaidi kwa moja moja.
Bulbing shaanza kabisa. This acts as the small but ni saa imebaki tu ifike medium. Alafu ni fertilizer gani?
Ile iko hapa kwa magunia.
So this is the onion that was planted using direct planting and with a machinery, with a planter. As you can see, probably the germination rate reduced by far as 50%. So that's why there's a big difference in there's a big gap in terms of spacing. So it's because there was a crop loss due to germination rate, and it's attributed to the first initial stages of irrigation when there was no consistent irrigation. In that case, some seed remained in the ground that maybe have rotted and not broken its dormants. That's hence the low germination rate. So this is around 25 hectares. 25 hectares, yeah. This is around 25 hectares of onions. So going to just to walk through the farm, do some scouting and with the agronomist, and going to ascertain some of the things and they close the day. just a good example of how the germination rate was affecting, the direct planting was affecting. It's not a matter of calibration, it's just a matter of irrigation. As you can see, observe here, the spacing is correct, but when you come to just at the middle, there's a crop that has been lost. So that's automatically attributed to the issue of the seed not breaking dormants because of irrigation issues and at the initial stages. So on that end, just to explain the irrigation challenges, from this end, from where this wheel of the pivot is, there's high pressure from the pivot. On the nozzles release high pressure, but when the water comes towards the end of the pivot, it becomes low pressure. Hence the challenge in irrigation. So as we've observed on this end, the rate of germination is quite low from the other end, this end. Yes. But that's the Mount. That's Kibo and Mawela. Kibo is just the one that was seeing at the front. Mawela is quite a distance to the white caps. So there's another peak called Shela. Is it Shela or Shera? On the extreme end towards the Kajiado Namanga area. So that's Mount Kilimanjaro, all in three. But probably tomorrow we'll be able to look at it back in Sierra. Or on Saturday when I'm in Loitoktok. Actually in Loitoktok is when you can see the mountain quite clear. So have a look at it on that day. Also, who don't know how a pivot operates, the idea is it moves in a very slow pace, but has several nozzles releasing water to the crop, to the ground. So the idea is this is a maize plantation, separate from what we had initially, which was onions and tomatoes. So now have a look at it. The nozzles, there are several nozzles all the way. How many meters in? 500 meters in, a radius of 500 meters. Yeah. Thanks. Just one of the streams in the area. That's just one of the streams. So right now we are just following the boom tractor. They are going to do the flashing, so we are going to have a look at how the procedures they're following and the area and what needs to be done to improve on the flashing. So this is an idea of a wetland that needs more improvement, and yes, a lot of improvements needs to be done for this wetland, considering this is where they do the flashing. So quite a number of work needs to do to improve on that. And also to have a soak pit. You need to have a soak pit to dig a quite considerable bit and the stones, then the charcoal, mix it up so that it becomes a deactivation pit for any chemical that's going to be flashed around here. So we still have a boom and a tractor, but those are just the improvements we are going to be making inside. Nini? Ulifanya nini? Kuna liki mahali imechomoka. Inafaa kuingilia wapi? Sawa. Tashikilia. Inaachika. Sawa. Haya. Bado. Itabidi kwa sasa tutarejesha tu. Tutarejesha alafu tufungie kule. Hakuna clippers. Fungo na clip ndio hizo. Twende nje. Okay. Good. Mwenye ndo ana breed horses ama za patrol?
Oh, it's a patrol.
Oh, I get the sense. So 280 horsepower. What? Ini gani?
Onion planter.
A planter. Oh, this down the onion planter. Now looking at the onion planter. This is the spreader. Fertilizer spreader. Looking at the this is a reaper and a harrow. Don't know how that works. Reaper. So none of the reapers here. These are the reapers. But I don't know how it works. Because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 reapers. So calibration for the fertilizer, a spreader. Sindo, this is the spreader. This calibration. Let's just take a look at the planter. This for the onions. Onion planter. Now this is the onion planter. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, 18. So per bed it does 6 nini. Yeah. So it does 3 beds at a time, but 6. Each bed has 6. Nice. Alafu hii ni gani? Hii ni, I don't know what this one is. I'm trying to comprehend what it is. It's called at least
An auger.
But do you have any idea? This one now, I'm familiar with this one. This one is a fertilizer application also, if I'm not wrong. Ini ya apply a fertilizer. Ama planter. It's a planter. This is a planter. Okay. It's a planter, but for which? Yeah, this is a planter. It's a planter.
Maize, beans,
Oh,
soybeans.
oh. So for the cereal crops, huh?
We call it big seeds.
Oh, big seed, eh?
Small seeds. This
Uh-huh.
one big seeds.
Oh, nice. So that one is small seed, eh?
That has onions, sim, sunflower, very small seeds.
But this one is for big ones.
That one's for beans, maize, soybean, those kind of size of seeds.
Oh, nice, huh?
Yeah, hopper for the seeds. Fertilizer hopper. That one is for fertilizer. This area hoppers for the seeds.
Oh, so seeds you put here, fertilizer is from the other end. Ah, good. Of course, the combine harvester, those who are familiar with it. It's a combine harvester. All the way, let me just pull back kidogo, have a look at it. It's a combine harvester. The Tesla, twende kwa the Tesla. The Tesla. Oh, hii sasa ndio inatoa nini? So what they are doing is removing the tillers, the male ones, to leave the male and the female to try to control pollination. Oh, yeah. So there's a way they have done it in the field. Unaona kwa field zimetoka. So there's, I understand they are to prevent females from repollinating themselves. Yeah. So this is what they use, eh?
So you can see.
6. What? It's a nice one. And alafu those 3 of them pale zinakwanga za
The double.
No, these ones. You see these ones. The green ones with the
I don't.
We'll find out too bad. Eh? Oh. It's done that they're making
So
it
the
now.
bush has been cleared by the dozer. So this is one that is seized. So it is big.
This?
Form of large. That's why these tractors are used. Be able to push
What you have called it?
the room plow.
Rom plow. And it's huge, yeah? Oh, this one is now the 410 horsepower. 410 horsepower.
So the weight of this one, you can be able to push at a very high speed.
Yeah. Nice. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at this. This is another plant, I don't know for which. Hii ni ya kuchukua manyazi ya ku So are they making hay or something?
Yeah.
There's somewhere they're making hay.
So the cutter
Eh.
So this one is
Huh?
the one that is below.
Yeah.
So the baler
It just comes and collects and yes. Yes. Jua iko evaporation transpiration iko so high. Juu morning ilikuwa bado hivi around 75. So, press and release. So unaona tukienda huko tukifanya hivi inachaka inatokana the soil ina. Alafu kuna nyingine yenye tukifanya hivi ina crack. So there's normally a 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. Say ile 100% water moisture content. So ile yenye iko 100 kifinya hivi ni maji tupu inatokea hapa. You can give it even a 50. Si ndio? 50% moisture content. Iko juu bado 75. 60. You're getting the point, huh? Yeah. Sasa tukienda pale ukifinya hivi sana baratike hiyo ndiko. So that's the pivot, that's the nozzle. That's the nozzle for the pivot over there. Not that one, this one. You want to become a pivot? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mary, a Kenyan. Can you tell us more about agriculture? Move ahead. Then I follow. It's now good population. After station is waterlogged. Yes, it's just it's Rulangi.
Hiyo nozo at some point ilikaa sana bila kuapply maji na hapo notice. You know it's a light. Hiyo nozo moja. So ilikuwa for some time hapo notice huwa haiweki maji. Unaona hapo?
There's nozzles. It could be the same thing. Or when the revolution starts, it starts before the water is released.
So if you start irrigating, pale itapata maji moja. By the time ifike hapa. Kuna challenge yake. But finally wewe inajifunza. Mtoto na katanda koyo moko mawanayo.
Jaza maji kwa.
La beauté d'une femme kende sango banda po mwana tetangwa koli. Na ndenge pe mibale pa ya kola batambola moto ah mama.
Nilipanda botu kapita ile creek.
Oyebi mama litoko wela demarche nini asala po akomana. Dépense nini asala po abatre basu. Matata nini asua po abalanga.
Of the onion pivot. This pivot number 2. Yes. There you go. That's the pivot. The center of it. Control center. No backup.
This thing goes with 420 watts. Iweze
kusonga.
So, ni generator ngapi utaweka? Ni full voltage ya giant generator.
Which means you have your own transformer for each pivot.
Sio anakonectiwaje by the way?
They should, because 400.
Kienda below, niambie kienda below 360, hata yes sense kitu. Inakuwa tu yani kama hakuna stima. So that's been 360 volts and above. In a sense sasa imeanza kutingika.
It's like a
good technology was up. Look at the current.
Oh, this is a fertigation.
Yeah, this is how we do the fertigation.
This is a fertigation point.
You want to do your sprays, your fertilizer application.
It has been simplified. That's the pump then.
So what happens?
Pump.
No, this is
the motor.
Yes, a motor. So the injector usually fix it here.
Matenanga ya toto mbanda osali kofinga kaka na kanda na se ya motema omiebi osali ata pembe